Oh my gosh,
Fundamentals.
we would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just going to go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to
Mount
be.
Pubmore. I mean,
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say to Lawan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man,
those graphics.
Episode 183, and we're back, baby. We took a 2-week, maybe 3-week little vacation just to relax, enjoy the families, and now we're back. Pub is back. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be awesome. With me, Preacher Man Fitzsimmons, and then Ricky Rose, Monte Key in there. I'm excited, man. This is a good show. It's gonna be a fairly quick show, but a big show. We've got Michigan winning the Natty, Tiger Woods stepping away from Nike. We've got playoff football, NFL coaches getting fired. This is going to be a damn good show. I'm excited for it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining in. This is going to be good. Anything to say to the listeners that have been waiting?
New year, same pub. New year,
Ooh,
same pub.
I like that.
Ain't nothing changed but the year. So
I like it. All right. Well, we do have a little change. We don't have our blind top 5 this week. I'm going to test your all's college football knowledge a little bit. I know Fitz is really gearing up for this. For the past 25 years, I want to know if you guys can guess the Heisman winners from each year to school. I'll give you a little cheat sheet here, a little bingo sheet.
Ooh.
Okay. So we've got from 2023 all the way down to 1999 here. We'll go one at a time. Once it's off the board, it's off. And the next person gets to go. Whoever gets the most points wins.
Okay.
So do we go? Each person goes or what?
Yeah. So like you can go first, and then Fitz gets a chance to go, and kind of go back and forth, and we'll count up the points here.
All right,
man.
I'll go first.
Strategy.
Oh, he's going first.
I'm gonna start at the bottom. Actually, I'm looking at 2001 for the Huskers. Is that Ron Dane?
Ron Dane? No.
It's not? Okay. Whoops.
Can I go Ron Dane at 99?
Ron Dane at 99. Correct.
Damn.
Correct.
Oh, shoot. All right.
Thank you.
Shoot,
I had no idea until you said that. I was like, oh, he's
a little overzealous. 2023 Jaden Daniels.
There we go. Take the easy one. Give me the points off the board.
Good. I would have never got that. I'll be honest. I'm gonna go. Let's go obvious here. I'm gonna go 2011. Robert Griffin III.
RG3, baby.
For
the only Baylor guy up there.
Shit. 2022 Caleb Williams.
Yeah, keep taking the recent ones.
The low hangers for me.
See, those are the ones I don't know. I should tell you that. Let me go 2010 Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, correct.
All right. Oh, 2000 year 2000. Is that Charlie Ward?
Yeah, Charlie Ward. No, sorry. Nope.
It's not. Oh.
Nope, sorry.
Let me go 2000. Give me Chris Weinke.
Dang.
Chris Weinke. Yep.
Damn. All right. 2003 Jason White.
2003 Jason White. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I didn't know that. 2007. Give me Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Himothy.
Shit. 2012 Johnny Manziel.
That's right.
See, that's my style. That's you're copying me now. Give me 2013 Jameis Winston.
2013 famous Jameis. All the crab legs. We got 6-4 right now.
2015. Is that Derrick Henry?
2015 from Alabama, King Henry.
That's a great call. I just was putting that together because 2014 is shoot. I just
Oh.
drew a blank.
Oh,
Oh,
you hate to
no,
see it.
no,
Oh.
no.
I was right. You got it. You got it, Fitz. You know it.
I know it, and I just lost it. Man, brain fart. I'm just. It's like Family Feud. I get it. I know it. I'm just. I can't remember.
It's 2014 Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
Yep, the
bruh,
Flying
I
Hawaiian.
knew it. I
Marcus
knew it.
Mariota.
You're Derrick Henry because it brain fart me. I was like, I know 14, and then I know 15 because they both went to the
Mhm.
Titans. 16 Lamar Jackson.
Yep, Lamar.
Back on track.
The unique ones, like the one of a kind up there, is kind of easy. The Bamas and the Oklahomas and the South USCs, they kind of
Yeah,
get
that's gonna be hard.
together. Yeah, 6 to 7.
All right, you got. So we already have that 2013 2009. No, we don't. We don't have a 2009. I'm gonna give it a shot. Is 2009 Mark Ingram?
Yeah, 7-7 tied ball game.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a stab at USC. 2005 Reggie Bush.
2005, the vacated one,
Mm.
Reggie Bush.
All right,
It counts to me, Reggie. You still own it.
same. I want to say 06 Heisman. The 06 Heisman. It's got to be one of them trash ass quarterbacks. It feels. Why do I want to say Troy Smith, but is that right?
You're correct, Troy Smith. One of them trash ass quarterbacks. 8-8.
Ooh.
Oh
Man,
gosh,
you guys are doing good.
Oh man, this is where I fall apart. 2019 Joe Burrow.
That's right, Joe Burr. I've been upset no one got that.
Let me go. Let me go 2020. Was that Mac Jones?
2020 Mac Jones.
Oh.
2020, I believe that's the Slim Reaper. Is that Devonta Smith?
Devontae Smith, Slim Reaper.
Got my ass. Oh, he up one.
He's up. He's up 2, 8 to
Damn.
10.
All right, let me catch up. 02 Heisman. All right, well, it's not a defensive player for sure. 02 Heisman. All right. Was 2017? Is that Baker Mayfield?
2017, Mr. Baker Mayfield.
2018's Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. 11-9. 5 more to go here. We still have 2004 USC, 2002 USC, 2001 Nebraska, 2020 Bama.
No, he got 2020 for Bama.
Maybe it's 2021.
2021.
Yeah, that's
Did we
the
do
one.
08? I'm writing these down. Did we do 2008?
We have not done 2008 yet.
You're
that's
not
5.
looking them up, are you? Don't do
No,
that.
I'm just writing. I've been writing them down to keep track
All
because
right.
I was worried.
All right, I'm gonna try 04 USC Matt Leinart.
04 Matt Leinart.
Yeah, I need
10-11.
that too. I was gonna come back around to that.
4 left, 1 point game.
08, is that Sam Bradford?
Sam Bradford.
Pulled that one out of my butt.
That's a quarterback. But that's late. I'm looking at 2001 and like I feel like I know it, but it also feels like I'm thinking too early on that. I'm thinking too early because
Yeah, I think it's 22 years. Now, I will say all three left are quarterbacks.
see,
don't
all
do
right, I'm
that.
gonna shoot
That's
for
too
it.
easy.
Oh, it's too easy?
2001, is that Tommy Frazier?
It is not.
Damn, see, that's early.
I'm picturing a guy. I want to say he was number 7 for Nebraska. I can't remember his name. But I'll go. Let's just go to 2021. Is that Mac Jones?
That is not Mac Jones. 10, 12, 3 left.
All right.
Keith, you get this, you can at least tie it by
Yeah.
the end of it.
Shoot, I'm actually looking at that 08 Oklahoma. Oh, wait, you already got the 08
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
he got 08. We
So
got
we got
2002.
2002 USC, 2001 Nebraska, 2021 from Alabama.
Yep.
Okay. You said the last 3 are quarterbacks.
Last 3 are quarterbacks.
I think I know Nebraska. I think I know it.
It's Carson Palmer for 2002.
Correct. Carson Palmer.
Yeah, he was-
11, 12, 2 left.
Is
2021
is
Bama.
2001? I think it's Crouch. I think it's Eric Crouch.
You are correct. The
Yeah,
famous
is that his
Browns
name?
jersey.
So
Yep.
I guess
Okay.
what was it? Big Jalen Hurts for 2021.
Oh, it is not Jalen Hurts.
Damn.
Is it Tua?
No.
What in the world?
Well, you said it's like, well, is that you said it's not? You said that one wasn't Mac Jones, but you said
It's
it was
not Mac. You're missing the one in the middle here.
What in the world?
It's Mac Tua.
You've hit it
Jalen.
all around him.
Damn, bro. Hold up. Alabama quarterback.
It's a quarterback.
It's a quarterback.
Damn, bro.
He's real skinny. He's in the league right now.
Real skinny.
Where you? Oh man, I'm so confused.
Wait, and you said it was a quarterback, right?
It's
Yeah.
not. There's no way.
Somebody might throw a drink at you if you don't get it right.
Mm. Let me go through the list.
I know.
I think he's a
damn,
bust.
That's so damn. I forgot.
No, I didn't.
He was a
forget. It's
Heisman winner.
Mm-hmm.
2020.
Oh man. I still can't believe no Clemson quarterbacks on that list. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Trevor
2021.
Lawrence, touchdown Jesus. Yeah. Deshaun
Oh,
Watson.
Bryce Young. Oh,
Bryce
yeah.
Young. There it is. Yep.
Real
That's
skinny.
hard.
Good
You
game,
should say
fellas.
Real short. That would have helped.
Oh, short. Yeah, he is short too. Good
Yeah.
job. 12-13. Fitz nudged it out there.
Damn.
12-13. Good job, boys.
Oh,
Good
cousin Eric
job.
Crouch. Food man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
The
somehow,
start of the Browns jersey.
Somehow my photographic memory. He was on a Sports Illustrated for Kids I had. And I was like, who the hell is that?
Yep.
That sounds about right.
And that's
Little
how I
faded.
remembered it.
Good job, boys. Good job. Weight test or trivia. We might do that every once in a while. I think that was kind of fun. That was a good way to start the show.
I like it.
Hopefully, our listeners like it and our watchers like it. All right, let's move on. Current news: Tiger Woods no longer wearing the swoosh. This shocked me. To me, that was the most brand and athlete thing I could think of. I can't imagine Tiger wearing anything else on a Sunday than a red Nike swoosh polo, black pants from Nike. Like it just seemed like the right fit. They've been together since he turned pro, really, almost 30 plus years. It's a little weird. I think both have parted ways mutually, which is, to me, I thought if they're going to part ways, it was during his whole substance abuse, maybe domestic violence charge, that thing. I thought they would separate then. They didn't. Now they separate. What's your guys' take here? And do you see him landing with another big company?
Do you think he's with some Saudi company, or is he like making way for his son to get a NIL before he hits middle school, or is he in middle school?
Man, that's a good idea. I didn't think about this whole son thing because
His son's been doing numbers. He already wears the same thing, so it's like if he buys stock in his own son's like stuff, and that becomes like a whole kid section thing. And then he has
Like
his,
that's just
that way he can just like do cocaine or whatever else he wants to do. And now his son has to be the one to hold that marketing for Nike on his shoulders, and he can just do what he wants and get richer by doing it.
yeah, dude. I like that take a lot. I didn't even think about his son being in there.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it.
But also, I'm still wondering about the Saudi thing. Like, but
Yeah.
somebody, I think I saw it on Twitter, like that whole Epstein list. They were like, "Oh, I wonder if he's on it." And he just decided to give up all his riches or something. I don't know, but that's another theory.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
There's no shot
Wow.
at Tiger, but it's kind of a shot at
wild
Tiger.
and crazy times we had, but I don't know. But I
Yeah.
honestly think it's more so for his son, and maybe he finally got to the point where like he's out of the contract. Maybe he's giving up golf altogether. I don't know.
Well, he's gonna play this weekend in LA
Mhm.
for his foundation. So I mean, I guess technically it's not a big pro thing, and I do think he's on the tail end of his career here. I don't see him playing in too many more majors in the next 5 years. I think we're gonna see him out of most majors, but who knows? Fitz, you're a big golf guy. What do you say?
I just don't know. I don't get the. I mean, I don't know. I don't really speculate too much. It's like maybe maybe it just wasn't, wasn't a good marriage, so to speak. Like it just kind of fizzled. It just kind of
Lost the spark.
lost its spark, so to speak. I don't
Started
know.
sleeping in
Like,
separate
what
beds,
makes like what makes you split with Nike? I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like it's
Okay.
just-
It's just to me,
Yeah.
it's like even if he goes, let's say he goes to Under Armour, Adidas, a Saudi company, he better still wear red on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be in there somewhere, right?
Well, is
yeah,
he
Nike
still,
doesn't own that.
yeah.
is he still with the tag? Is it Tag Water? I remember when I was younger, I thought those were like he had his own line of watches, but it's not his.
Well, he does whatever the Tiger Woods brand, like the TW, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I know that's Nike. It's like it's like Jordan.
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
own that. He can't take it with him.
And that's what I don't know.
Ooh,
That's what I was
yeah.
curious about, is because I do think that's Nike. I just don't know what. Yeah, that's where it gets a little messy.
Mm.
Because if that's his own brand, you'd think that he'd still be able to just own that. I don't know.
I think Jordan got his full rights to Jordan.
Uh-huh.
And I think Nike is like, like we can make this big with athlete specific. So I guarantee you that they've kept the rights to TW at least a little bit.
Yeah,
So they still have to pay him.
I
would be shocked if he has full rights to it.
I think Jordan just has like a bigger share, but I don't think he has full. Like it might be a 40-60 type deal.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So like, I mean, that's still a lot because usually they don't come up off of money anyway. So if he could work something out like that, then hey, because Tiger, in my head,
this is weird. Have they ever had shoes called Tigers? Like, I gotta wear some Tigers because that's such a missed opportunity. I feel like
that would be kind of.
I feel like we could have had like the Tiger 2s. Oh, he's rocking the Tiger 3s or whatever. The Air Tigers.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Dude, I tell you,
there's a Nike Men's Tiger Woods shoe, but it's kind of lame. But if it was just Tigers, I feel like he could do something crazy.
Yeah.
Like they're Nike. They're like dad shoes. So they're probably comfortable, but not really aesthetic,
I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, this is like kind of off topic. I love my Nike my Jordan golf shoes. Like they're modeled after the different levels, like the 2s, 3s, the 4s, and they look clean. They're comfortable. I love golfing in mine, but that's off topic. But yeah, they missed that opportunity. Like
maybe Tiger's just not. Maybe he's just not a sneakerhead. Like maybe it's just he was like Charlie. I don't know. Maybe Charlie can do something with that. I don't know.
C-dubs. maybe he comes out in C-dub ones.
I don't know.
Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's why they're leaving.
Oh,
yeah, maybe.
All
right.
One of my goals
go ahead.
is try to get to 18 holes. I've always done 9 because I get too hot, so I might get a little bit more into the golf.
Oh, come on. We're gonna play.
Something.
Let's go, brother. Next time we can do this without Fitz, but since Fitz is here, next time Fitz is down this way, we'll golf. Every time Fitz comes to this area, we golf together. So yeah, we'll hit you
Where
up.
did we play the? We played the. Was it Arnold Palmer? Or who who's the local Winston Salem?
Oh man.
Whose
I
course?
think it was Arnold Palmer. I think
Arnold
it was.
Palmer. Wake Forest. Wake Forest.
Yeah, Wake
course.
Forest. It was 9-hole, but it's a great 9-hole.
Yeah,
course.
it's a
But
great
yeah,
course.
we'll play. We'll play again. All right, let's move on. Michigan finally reigns supreme here. They bring home the Natty, 15-0, the perfect season. The last 4-team playoff we'll have. I know Fitz is glad. I'm glad. I think everyone's glad that we're out of this 4-team playoff. Hopefully, we see some more level playing field here and teams don't get screwed out.
Go back to two-team format. We had Washington. We had Washington and Michigan, just like we needed, right? The 2 undefeated teams.
Man, yeah, but let's talk about this undefeated we got going on here, because if I'm thinking right, the only actual competition Michigan had up to that point was probably that Bama game. But even then, like, I'll give it to them. It feels just like Bama. You remember all those years Bama was just like beating everybody, and then somehow it was Clemson, and then like years back it used to be Ohio State, and you keep wondering, like, they're playing cake teams, but then they get to the national level with the other best team and they run right through them. So, but still, that regular season, I don't know, because they got matched up with Penn State, and like they barely beat Penn State, and Penn State wasn't that good. So that was the hope I was holding on to, because I really wanted to see Michael Penix win. But when I think it was Donovan Edwards, he broke that first run. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's gonna be a long night for them. Couldn't be me,
dude. I know, man, and I hated it. And Michael Penix, his journey, if you don't know it, you got to know it. You know, he was at Indiana. He was leading them to an undefeated season, tears his ACL. Then he had separation shoulder. He tears his labrum. Like, he's gone through it, man. He's been through just shit. And man, did I want him to win a natty. But shout out to Michigan's defense shutting down. Shout out to Michigan's offense just running through. JJ McCarthy did not help his draft stock, but he also knows how to win here. And
game manager like Brock Purdy, so
he's a game manager. Exactly,
that's what's in now. So hey,
it
doesn't matter, man. Mel Kiper always hypes up the wrong guys.
Oh yeah, you know that. Brady Quinn will be a top 5 player or I'll retire.
Well,
waiting for him to retire. Damn it.
God, Brady Quinn.
But yeah, I'm a Notre Dame guy. I'm saying that, but. You know, I don't know. Like, I feel like with the final 2, they got it right. Like Fitz said, both teams were undefeated. I feel like that was the best game we could have had. Unfortunately, it was a blowout. The semifinal games were so much better than the actual college football final. There was a missed
I'm sorry, what was it?
You were right, okay? The semifinals were better than the final, okay?
Just literally, it's just college football. But hey, I'm happy for Michigan. I'm happy for Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming. And I feel like I'll be curious to see how long Jim sticks around Michigan. I feel like he will definitely try to defend his title. We'll see if they get in, or if Ohio State responds and comes back stronger. But yeah, I don't know. It's exciting.
Question.
It's exciting for Jim. I don't know how much longer he'll be there, because it felt like if they didn't win, he was just going to be gone. So it's kind of a relief. Like,
that seems to be the talk all season.
He's done it, but I don't know.
Personally, I think he should stay because he's kind of weird. I send like these TikToks to Hacky sometime, and I have a theory that if football didn't save his life, he would kill somebody.
Oh man!
So like he's just like a weird kind of off-putting guy. So I feel like he should just take the Nick Saban route. Nick Saban started off in college and went to the big boys, and the big boys was not it. So he found a small market and blew up. They got a whole like credit union for this guy, and I feel like he's making more money than he could have ever made as a pro coach. And I feel like now with Michigan kind of like blowing up again sports wise with the Lions, and the Pistons gonna have their day someday, and maybe the Tigers too. But while Michigan is kind of carrying that load, I think he should stay. Like, get all the money he can, retire on top. Because if he feel like if he goes to the leagues, I don't think he'll have the same look. And
Yeah.
with the way how intense and weird he is, I don't know if that's gonna go over on some of the pro guys. You know.
Absolutely. I feel like the ghost of Tim just entered your body right there, and you were talking all of Detroit sports right there. But no, I think you hit it right. I think he's a weird, off-putting guy, but it works in college. I don't think it works with grown men that's 32, 34 that have
bills and kids.
It worked in the NFL with the Niners.
No, it worked really well with the Niners, but he was still forced out. Like, it still never solidified. It wasn't like, oh, please stay. It was
get
like
out.
He was getting out. You know, like they asked him, go ahead and take the Michigan job, buddy. I don't know, but I feel like now, yeah, he won the Natty, but there's still like all that shit he went through this season. Does he go to, let's say, Washington? That's what, a 2-hour drive from his brother in Baltimore. Now they can meet up for dinner on Friday nights and hang out. Like, you saw the sideline hug and like the big emotion, big family people, hardball. So I think the smart move is stay at Michigan, but maybe the heart wants to go to the NFL. Try it again, and like try to win that Super Bowl ring that your brother has. You know, I don't know. Who knows? But did you guys see the interview that he's like finally got the monkey off his back? He's a champion. His dad was a champion at Western Kentucky. His brother obviously having the Super Bowl ring. He feels like he's finally one of the family now. He said that, and I was like, it's a good way to put that. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for you, man. I also like the Cartier glasses he's wearing. I think that's a good touch for the finals there. Yeah. Can't wait for next year. And Connor Stallion, shout out to you. I hope he gets a ring. All right.
All I can say is, Jim, enjoy that trophy in the family for like 3 weeks, because when John wins the Super Bowl, it's gonna be like,
ooh, call the shot. I got 2 of them, son. What you got? Gonna make this one. I'm not gonna say that. All right, NFL coaches. We just talked about Harbaugh making the jump. There's 3 openings right now in the NFL. Well, technically 4 or 5 with interim coaches, but I think Raiders they get Antonio Pierce, and I think some other moves. Panthers, I feel like they're going to get their guy, but 3 official fires since the season's ended. Let's start with yours, Keith. You've been clamoring for this. You've been ready for this. You've been praying for this. Arthur Smith is finally out. He's fired. Did he have a way to go out with it? That's bullshit. Run up the score. How do you feel about it?
Man, I thrive off of negativity, and seeing it come at the hands of Jameis, it was just like, oh, what a way to end my sorrows. I remember I think I texted in the group message. I was like, I was sitting there watching the game, and I kept thinking, there is no way we beat the Saints in New Orleans, and there's also no way for the Bucs to lose to the Panthers. And even if they randomly lost to the Panthers, there's no way we're beating the Saints. So I already knew, like, you know what, they're just playing for fun at this point.
Yeah.
And so once I saw Taylor Heineke was hurt, and I'm like, not that would have made much of a difference. But, you know, Desmond Ridder did his thing with the first 8 passes, and I'm like, oh, snap. But then I thought about it. He's been doing this throughout the whole season. So I'm like, yeah, just wait. Like, people would text me and like, oh, Desmond's doing this. Well, Desmond's doing his thing. I'm like, just wait. It's not the third quarter yet. Just wait. Sure enough, they stopped at 17. And then that garbage time score by Jameis, I don't care. I really wish there was no apology. I could have done without it. Like, it wasn't offensive at all to me. I feel like if I was a pro coach and they ran the score up on me like that, I would be mad that, like, I let it happen. More than mad at the coach. Like, maybe Arthur Smith thought like Dennis Allen was trying to punk him, but it's like, look at you, bro. Like, it's not hard. So
yeah,
for him to come over there, I wish Dennis Allen would have swung on him, but he apologized and said, so it's still F the Saints still. Yeah. But now we don't have to look at him no more. We don't have to have him give such flippant attitude in press conferences for no reason. So I'm happy. There have been a lot of firings, but this is my favorite so far. You know, I wish nothing but the worst for him.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
The
Well,
worst.
let-
But I already know, like, because Washington is Washington, they're probably calling him, trying to get some of Daddy's money a little bit.
Yeah.
Hate that for them, but better them than me. So
FedEx Field, baby. Let me ask you this before Fitz hops in here real quick. Dream hire for Orlando now that he's out the way. Who do you want?
I'm gonna be honest. I want Justin Fields. I don't want a new quarterback no more. Like, give me somebody that's waiting to be proven.
No, I meant for a
There was-
coach.
For a coach?
Yeah, for a
Oh.
coach.
Oh, that's a good question.
But I am thinking that
don't-
too.
I
Is
don't want,
it's kind of the quarterback coach combo.
Yeah.
You do want a good combo, yeah.
I don't want which Harbaugh just won the Natty?
Jim.
Yeah, I don't want Jim. Because people were talking about that, like, what if he goes there? Then I saw an article saying Bill Belichick, and I'm like, Bill Belichick in Atlanta? Come on now. Be
I don't
real.
see that.
Coach
Mike-
Prime
Coach, see,
Ooh.
you remember? I feel like I
coming
brought
back
that
to
up.
Atlanta.
You remember? I feel like I brought that up where I think Shador is taking another year or whatever, but I kept saying, like, I wonder if that is his step in to the pros. And so somehow Shador or Dion ends up in Atlanta. I don't want that. I mean, it'll be cool for marketing, you know. I would go to the game
Yeah.
just for the aesthetic and the vibes, but that doesn't win games, as we've seen. I want Raheem Morris back because when he was interim coach, we were winning games when we weren't supposed to. So hopefully they look into him again.
I like that. Yeah, good call. Fitz, what's your take here with Art Smith being
Well,
out
I
of
just
Atlanta?
I just remember when the Packers played the Falcons, they were talking about how the Packers were like the youngest offense and the Falcons were the oldest defense. It was like they were just comparing those two. So it feels like the Falcons are going to undergo a lot of change, just knowing that the defense was kind of their strength. If they had a strength this year, and there's going to be there's going to be a lot of turnover in the next 1, 2 to 3 years. They still got to find their quarterback. So again, yeah, I'm with you, Vontae. Like, Fields would be nice if the Bears are going to draft a quarterback. Yeah, Fields looks like that might be an option, but it's a great quarterback draft too. That if the Falcons do have that pick, they really like this is the time to get a coach. This is the time to get like if you're Atlanta, and I could see where that's appealing for someone coming in. Like there's going to be a lot of change. You're going to get a new quarterback. It's probably what the Panthers' job could have been if Tepper didn't screw it up. So that's kind of the other story. Is Atlanta and Carolina. Atlanta and Carolina are probably in a similar situation, but Atlanta's in a better situation now because I think they've got a lot of quarterback options that maybe the Panthers jumped a year too early to get.
Yeah, I think they reached for their guy Bryce Young anyways, but Steve Wilks, I feel like he might be a good fit for that job. I think he'd be a good fit for most jobs out there. All right, let's move on. DC, Ron Rivera, former Panthers coach, former Commanders coach now. He's out. I feel like we knew this. I feel like the writing was on the wall here. Not necessarily his fault. I feel like ownership shipped out most of his good guys, Chase Young, and some other guys that, he was stuck to try to win with Sam Howell and Scary Terry, and that's about it. Like, I felt bad for him, but also there are some critical decisions he made that didn't help him along the way. Thoughts here?
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it because I genuinely forgot he was there. Like, I forgot he was a coach, to be honest.
Yeah.
He can unfold his arms now. So peace, like being peace right now. That Washington would be another interesting spot because I honestly don't think they should have been as bad as they were. Like, on paper, it seems like they would have been better just because they had young talent on both sides of the ball, but they couldn't get the ball where it needed to be, and they couldn't stop the ball when they needed to. Like, at least the Giants figured out ways to stop the ball, and eventually they figured out ways to get the ball down the field. But the Washingtons could not. So maybe this new coach, I think that's where Raheem, they asked, could they interview Raheem Morris for this one. He probably won't get it though. They might give it to John Gruden because apparently he's in the mix too. Again, after being investigated, which
Yeah, that's true. True. Fitz.
Yeah, that whole division is just hard to read. Like none of the coaches I'm sold on.
Yeah.
You know, like even like McCarthy, I don't know. You just I don't want to speak ill before the Packers play them, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And like, you know, Dabble for the Giants was coach of the year last year. It feels like he could be on the chopping block either this offseason or the next year. The Eagles coach could be on the chopping block, it feels like. It's like with a team that talented that they're struggling the way they are.
Yeah.
You know, that I'm just saying that's the appeal for Washington is it's like it feels like there could be a changing of the guards in this division, even
Mhm.
though there are teams like Dallas and Philly that seem so stacked. Is Washington doesn't seem like they could be that far off from a turnaround. Yeah, I don't know. And again, you know, Sam Howell it does feel like they've got their quarterback, so that's appealing. Is I at least thought Howell looked pretty good for year 2.
I don't know if he's the guy, but maybe we'll see.
he's the guy.
Your quarterback train's not very. Yeah.
Well, next
I
year
don't
we'll
trust
tell
your quarterback.
for him.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm just saying, as a coach, if that could be a factor, like, hey, you know, we've got him. We just gotta get the right scheme for this guy, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what they did for Tom Brady, man.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh. All right. So we got Arthur Smith, which is, you know, to me, it's the most probable thing that has to happen. Like it needed to happen. You know, chalk that up to Scar dying in Lion King, right? Then you got Ron Rivera getting fired. Maybe it doesn't make the perfect sense, but it needed to happen. Probably from Goodfellas, pretty much, right? Now for this one, Mike Vrabel, it's the senseless firing here. It's the Green Mile death. Like this doesn't have to happen. We can talk this out. We can wait. We can give this more time here. Vrabel's fired. I am shocked by this. I thought they'd give him one more season to get it right. Yeah, he had back-to-back losing seasons, but before then, went to 3 straight playoffs. He was 2-3 in the playoffs. In the past 2 years, it was a rebuild for the Titans. There was injuries. The talent really wasn't on the field like it should have been. Tannehill's throwing the ball. Like, there's a lot of ifs for the Titans. I feel like Titans fucked this one up. What do you guys think?
And now, see, this is like this would be like, you know, to give the Cowboys their credit. I think Dan Quinn, you know, former Falcons coach, like it's one of those situations for Vrabel as you fired a good coach, he's going to go be the defensive coordinator for a team that does well. Or Steve Wilks. I know Wilks wasn't fired, but like Wilks not to be hired as a coach. Now I'm going to go be the defensive coordinator for the Niners and actually give us a chance. So like that's how I see Vrabel. Like whether like if Belichick stays in New England, maybe he goes, hey, Vrabel, hey, come be my DC. Or that there's there's going to be options for Vrabel. He's in a different 100%. He's in a different field than these other guys.
Yeah, they said they were trying to work out a deal to trade him, but they said it would be
too complicated, too long.
Too complicated. And I kind of feel bad for him because it's only been 2 losing seasons, but I think was it last year and maybe the year before where like he lost his number 1 running back and kind of had to make do before they drafted Tajay Spears and they had to make do with what they had. But I think was it the Titans losing to the Jaguars or the Titans losing to the Colts? But something happened where a team wasn't supposed to lose for the AFC South or something. They ended up losing. Was that the Titans and Jaguars or the Titans and Colts? This was like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, it was last year,
right? Yeah,
it was last year.
Yeah.
So
I think
the Jaguars got in because the Titans lost to.
Yeah,
it might have been the Colts. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it was the Colts.
So
good
that
memory.
That might have had his ass on fire right there. And then he kind of did it again. like I think they were on the up and up at one point, and then they ended up not making the playoffs again. So
Yeah.
but
I just don't
still,
think
like,
it was realistic. Like this year, I don't think the Titans were. It was unrealistic to expect them to be back. I think you
Mhm.
knew they were going to be competitive in a sense, but again, I don't think he ever had his quarterback. I don't think the Titans are going to recover from like if Derrick Henry is going to go somewhere.
Yes.
So they're going to get rid of Henry. They've gotten rid of Vrabel.
Their O
I
line's
just
been
don't think
completely rebuilt.
I
Yeah.
don't think Tennessee is going to recover. I think it's going to be they're going to have some pretty dark days.
This is at least a 5-year
ahead.
regression.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be tough.
I'm
they
with
lost. They lost their best player. They gave up Kevin Byard. That was their best defensive
you.
player.
Yeah.
Caleb Farley.
Oh, they're selling. They've been
Caleb
selling
Farley
everybody.
can't like stay healthy.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think.
Well, AJ
Autry is
Brown,
old.
I mean, when they got rid of AJ Brown, just like everything, they've just
Mhm.
been selling for the past
Yeah.
2 years, it feels like.
Yeah. I completely agree with you guys. And I think you guys agree with me. This is the firing that it's not on Vrabel. Like this is bad. He's going to get a job whether it's back in New England or not. I love this. The one person that called this though is Tim. Tim called this and he talked his shit in the group chat today that he's been calling it. And he's calling something else right now. He's saying Ben Johnson to the Falcons. The OC for Detroit. He's saying Ben Johnson to the
Ooh.
Falcons.
I'm
Asheville's own.
scared. The last time we got something from Detroit, it ended up bad. Jeff Okuda. We
Sounds
could
like
have
an
did
STD.
without. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hey, Tim called this, and maybe he's right about that. Let's move to NFL playoffs, boys. It's time for our pick'ems. I can't wait for this before I hop around. Let's go Browns, Texans. The storylines for these NFL playoffs, we'll talk about
I'm
each one for
telling
each
you.
game. It's awesome. This one could have been awesome. Deshaun returning to Houston in the playoffs. But now you get Joe Flacco, the comeback, going against the rookie C.J. Stroud. Over-under set 44.5. Cleveland, 2.5-point favorites, even though they're on the road here. Who do we take?
Can I say, like, none of these wild card matchups alleviate my theory that the NFL has been scripted? Because I was looking at each one of these matchups, even from when Miami lost to who did they lose to? They lost to the Bills. And I saw the matchup there. I'm like, so now Tyreek goes back to the Chiefs.
Yep.
Bills meet back up with the Steelers.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, like, I feel like they set it up in such a way, like, if they beat them and they beat them, because I'm like, what if Joe Skinny comes back to the Browns to take the Browns to the Super Bowl in our lifetime?
Yeah.
So to
He's
start
got to
that
go
off,
through the Baltimore Ravens.
right. To start that off, I got the Browns. I got the Browns.
And Joe, we trust.
Yeah, Joe Skinny.
Just the wrong Joe.
Let's see. We did playoff picks in the church office today, and I had to flip flop this pick because
It's tough.
I couldn't match the same as Pastor Glenn. Shout out Glenn and I had the same picks. I called Stroud. I think Stroud was going to win a playoff game back in October. I said that even before the matchups. I still feel that. Like I feel like that building is going to be electric. Literally energy stadium. It's going to be literally electric. But the Browns, they're the number 2 defense behind the Ravens.
Yep.
Again, it feels like it's Joe Cool in the playoffs. I think the fact that everyone is calling the Browns, I am going to call my shot and stick with the Texans. For my work pool, I do. Unfortunately, I had to pick the Browns, but I think my heart's telling me the Texans.
Yeah. Man, this is the game I have not picked. And I wanted to hear you guys. And of course, you guys split your decision. So now I'm back to square one here. This is tough, man. Man, Joe Flacco in the playoffs. He's a different breed. We've seen it. That defense is right. I'm going to take Houston, though. I don't know. My guts tell me Houston. I've been high on C.J. Stroud since back in March, April. I said he's the best quarterback in that draft class, and I think we see it right here. I think he has a big day. I don't know. I'm going to go Houston. I'm not betting on this game, though. Maybe take the over at 44.5. But then again, Cleveland's defense, I'm not betting this. I'm not touching it. All right. Saturday's second game, Tyreek Hill's homecoming. to Chief Kingdom. Fins, Chiefs, over at 43.5. Kansas City, 4-point favorite. This ain't the same old Chiefs, but this ain't the same old Dolphins we saw earlier this year. Who do we take?
Bro, the Dolphins are depleted at edge rushers, though that means next to no contain. I remember there was a play where Melvin Ingram was covering Dalton Kincaid, a rookie, an old man. Shout out to 252, but Melvin Ingram cannot cover. He's never been able to cover. I'm kind of scared of that. I'm expecting a shootout. I'm also thinking, what if this ends up being Kadarius Toney's breakout game or something to like, the future is now, old man, to Tyreek Hill or something. So I'll go with the
Yeah.
What sucks is it's gonna be like
Jeez.
It's gonna be like 3 degrees at kickoff.
Mhm.
That doesn't favor a team from Miami. But I just see this is a game that I just see like the camera panning to Patrick Mahomes on the bench when they're losing by like 14. And it's just like, yeah, this was not the year for the Chiefs. Like they've been flat all year and no one's bailing Mahomes. No one's really helping him. He's trying to carry this team. Like my gut just says the Dolphins, yeah, they've been kind of wishy-washy down the stretch here, but they've played against some tough teams too. They've played against some hot teams. I think they can get back on track. I'm taking the Dolphins.
I like that pick a lot. I like Miami. The weather scares me. Tua's never really played in the cold. This is a different breed. Tyreek Hill, he's juiced up, maybe too juiced up for this game. The Chiefs right now remind me of like the 2001, 2002 Lakers, where they're just gonna find a way to win. They're just gonna do what championship teams do. They didn't look great in the season, but now it's playoffs. They kind of turn up a notch. Kobe, Shaq, Mahomes, Kels. I feel like they get it dialed in here. I'm gonna go Kansas City. That pains me to say. Damn, that pains me to say.
I just had a thought about the last matchup, the Browns and Texans. What if CJ Stroud becomes the first rookie to start the Super Bowl? The first Texans Super Bowl under the first rookie. Oh, I have
I'm
no
here for
choice
it.
but to
I don't know.
tattoo a 7 on my back, but
No, it's the year of the Harbaughs. It's the
Yeah.
Harbaughs year.
Yeah, it might be. All right, let's stay with the AFC here. Steelers, Bills. It's in Buffalo. 36.5 to over under. Buffalo, 10-point favorite. Biggest spread of the playoffs.
that's low-key disrespectful. But I guess with TJ Watt hurt. But you know what? I believe in Tomlin. He's been here before. And I feel like if anybody can figure out Josh Allen and the rest of the game and the reason why James White can't score in the red zone, it'll be Mike Tomlin. So it'll be another low-scoring 10-3 hack and slash going the way of the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers in this one.
Wow. And see, I like that. Like Tomlin and then the run game and the defense, even without Watt, makes me entertain the Steelers a bit. I underestimated the Bills. I didn't think they'd make the playoffs, and they've gotten hot. With pressure applied, they did what they needed to and somehow locked up the number 2 seed, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
I think the Bills win this. I think it's interesting. I think for the game, I think the Steelers hang around, but I think the Bills are just a different breed. They look like they could be on the verge of some kind of run. So I'm gonna take the Bills.
Toughest division in football, AFC North. All 4 teams finished above 500. It's the first time in the NFL since 1953 that's done in a division. This Pittsburgh team, it pains me to say it's different. It's a different breed. Tomlin, without TJ Watt, that does put some doubt. And that's enough doubt for me. That's enough doubt.
Put them through the table.
Put them through the table. It's 25 degrees high, snow flying. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, they get rolling. Give me Buffalo by a milli. All right. The McCarthy Bowl. Packers, Cowboys over 50.5 points. Dallas, 7.5 point favorite in Jerry's world.
You start first, Fitz. I know you got feelings.
We got my boy Jair up there.
I did.
Oh.
The number one Packers fan.
That is the Jameis Winston in Green Bay. He's our Jameis.
Defensive.
He's our Jameis Winston. I
Yeah.
love the energy that he brings. He got a lot of flack for, stepping out with the captains that one Sunday. That's Ja, man. You don't know what to expect, but he's kind of crazy, but that's what makes him so dangerous. He's gonna be guarding CD Lamb. Who knows what he's gonna be saying in his ear? CD's just gonna be like, "What? Who is this
CD's
man?"
nuts.
So, it's an obligation. I have to take Packers. I have to take them. I just want to say I feel like, I'm not a parent hacky, but maybe one day, maybe even feel this. I feel like the proud dad of the Packers. The fact that they even got in, I just thinking about the week one and what you expect of a team and, the grind these guys have been through. I just, it's been ugly. It's been exciting at times. It's been crazy. I can't think of a year I've been more proud of the Packers like at this point in the season. So I don't know. I do think they can beat Dallas. I also think they could get beat by 40. It's so weird. Like I think it could be a total shit show. They could also win by 40. They could lose by 40. They could win by 40. It's a weird feeling. The X factor is the wide receivers for sure. As well, I mean, just our whole offense is just kind of getting better each week. Yeah, the only problem is Dak Prescott is playing his best ball yet. Like, if the Cowboys beat the Packers, which could very well happen, Dak, it feels like he might be the one to carry this team to a Super Bowl run. I don't know. I'm toss up between Dallas and San Francisco. I feel like either of those teams could be poised, but if anyone can spoil, it's these goobers in Green Bay. So go Pack, go.
Yeah. Jair is the embodiment of Charlotte right now. Like I don't know if this has been a thing because I'm not a Packers fan, but if Jair has been doing and saying these types of things, I've been missing out on a lot. I too am excited to see what types of ways he throws Sedarian off, whether it be like untying his shoestrings or just like something stupid, like sticking his finger like in the middle of the 8 and like tracing it. You know what I'm saying? Like something weird like that. But I think I don't know. It feels like the 2000s football is back. Like Jordan, I've been rooting for Jordan Love, not just in fantasy. Like I truly believed in him because of fantasy. But after watching him, the first few games, like I get what you're saying because he single-handedly almost beat the Falcons. Like he started off bad, and then when he picked it up, he almost sealed the deal. And now with these past few games, we see now that he learned how to seal the deal, read the offense, how to calm down, how to use his receivers. And it's like he's getting everybody involved. So like back when Matt Ryan used to get all the receivers and stuff involved, it spelled trouble. And Cowboys really only have like 3 cornerbacks. Yep. So if you can get all the wide receivers involved, it could be a problem. So I'm going to say the Packers. They got it off a Durst kick.
I like it, man. I'm not gonna do it if Fitz. I'm gonna say Dallas. That way we avoid the clean sweep here. No pressure. McCarthy, he's 11-10 in playoffs. So
damn.
Right here he goes 12-10. There you go, Fitz. All right, Cowboys, but you know who I'm rooting for. All right. Speaking of fantasy, shout out to Caden Smith. Cato bringing home the championship gold necklace. It's coming. Andrew Price is going to deliver it. He's going to mail it off to you. The 2-time champion finally gets taken down. Shout out to you, Cato. I don't want to talk about my fantasy season. It's been a rough one for me.
Oh, yeah.
The game that everyone's talking about, Rams at Lions, first Detroit home playoff game since 1993. Stafford returning to Detroit. Goff facing his old team. Over-under set 51.5. Detroit 3.5-point favorite.
Damn, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know. I want this for the Lions bad, just because one of my best friends is a Lions fan, and he's been looking for this so long. Like when he was born in what, 93? So I guess he was born when he was born when the Lions last won a conference.
Mm-hmm.
So to have this for him, I'm happy for him, but the buck might stop here. I don't know. Dan Quinn's nuts might be too heavy unless he sat him in the deep freezer or something. So, but I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't know how, but somehow the Rams defense, I don't know anybody on the Rams defense, but they got this far. And I feel like they can go maybe a smidge further. But yeah, I'll take the Rams in this one.
Man, this is where I miss Tim Farner on the pod. I feel like he'd have some Pokemon analogy for like who
When
Stafford
Brock
is,
returns to the gym.
and who is new. I don't know. There's some kind of like Pokemon evolution of like Goff and Stafford, some comparison. I just feel like it's gonna be. It's kind of how I feel about the Texans, just having like an electric stadium and having like a new era of Houston with C.J. Stroud. It's like 10 times that for Detroit. Like it's been a long time coming, and they've never been this good. Their first 12 wins, they're like their most wins ever. They've never had 12 wins in a season. I just feel like that's got to carry. Like it doesn't matter. Like I do think the Rams probably are just a little bit better. It's close. It's really close. I think the Rams' experience would give them that edge, but I think they're close enough that I think that the energy of Detroit, I think Goff and his leadership will be reflected. I just think the Lions, I think they find a way. My worry is that the refs find a way to screw them over again. But I do think the Lions just find a way. It's going to be really close. It's going to be really, really, really close. But I will take the Lions. I think Detroit. I think Campbell just gets him over that hump. He keeps it going.
Man, I like that take. As long as the refs stay out of this thing, I think we see a really fair, good game. I'm liking the over here. It looks tasty. Bad franchise stick together, Tim. Friendship bracelet on. We're wearing this thing to death. Give me Detroit. Rev up those engines. Bite the kneecaps. We're doing it. Hello from the other side. And it's about Jared Goff, not Matthew Stafford. Good guy turns villain, and he slices them up. Last game. And this one, the most maybe intriguing. Eagles Bucks over at 44.5. Philadelphia 3.5-point favorite. They're on the road. They went from 10-1 to not winning 12 games. This is wild. What a collapse. Can they get the ball rolling, or do they just completely collapse here?
I'm gonna say the Eagles get the ball running simply because they started. There was a point where they were throwing the ball to Julio Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason that shifted the energy. They might have still lost that game. I don't know. But either way, it got the offense rolling. I don't know what Brian Johnson has going on. Maybe somebody paid him off to sabotage him with the promise of a head coaching job that probably won't get fulfilled. I don't know. But that man has been dogging this team. Like, I know the defense gets dog tired too, but I don't know what's been going on. And then but on the other end, Antoine Winfield kind of playing with a chip because he didn't get chosen for the fake Pro Bowl. So like now he's probably going to go off for 2 picks and 3 sacks and something, but he is a good player. Baker, this man is running the table with 1-year contracts too. bro, I don't know. I don't want to see the Bucks go that far, especially with Baker. But I don't know. Brian Johnson just scared me. But so you know what? I'm gonna keep it home. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm going with not just to be a contrarian, but I feel like for some reason their defense can show up. Maybe Eagles win with a kick or something, but they can't kick if they can't get the ball downfield. So I'll go with the Bucks.
I don't know. I'd probably take the Eagles with the 3.5 is pretty. That's pretty generous. Like I'm saying, I feel like the Eagles could win by like 28. I feel like this could be a rout. I think the Eagles win this week. I think they lose the next week. Doesn't even matter who they play. I think there are a lot stronger teams in the NFC, but I think just the fact that it's the Bucks, I just don't think they're that strong. I think the Eagles, I think they can pretty much not play perfect and still beat the Bucks.
Yeah. This is Phillies to lose. This is their game. Now, Jalen Hurts broken thumb on the throwing hand. That doesn't help. AJ Brown down with a knee injury. He's questionable. Number one, cornerback's down. They got a lot of injuries, and it just teams aren't getting right for him. Baker Mayfield was practicing with a bunch of Zins in his pocket today. I don't know if you guys saw that clip. Popping those Zins. He's relaxing. Life's good for him. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the Baker I wanted to see in Carolina. This is the one with the chip on the shoulder. He's just going out there letting them slang, baby. Give me Tampa Bay to win here. He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
He's relaxing, baby. He's dangerous.
Gotta be in the Zen.
That's right. All right. Pub parlay. Man, it's been so long. I've been off my game here.
Man.
Told you. What do we get here? Where do we make some money here, boys? Uh-oh, he's already got it. Locked in.
I just thought about it.
All right, start us off, Keith. You're locked in.
All right. What's the numbers looking like for the State UNC matchup tomorrow?
They play tomorrow? Wow.
I didn't even realize like January, the first week of January means March is like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, it's tough. Give me 2 seconds real quick. You're going to make me produce this podcast real quick, aren't you? You're going to do tomorrow's bet. All right. They use that 2-hour delay efficiently. Spread is 4.5 UNC.
And they just beat Clemson.
That's not hard.
UNC. Clemson's good this year.
I'm good, man. They just fouled out PJ Hall. That's all they need. That's all State needed to do, and they couldn't do it. All they did was foul out PJ Hall, and they fumbled.
Both teams are 11-3. Both teams are 3-0 in ACC.
Yep, I'm gonna go with State beating the spread.
State plus 4.5. All right, so now we're looking at Fitz Wednesday action.
Wednesday. We got to do it Wednesday?
Yeah. We got to do it Wednesday, and I've got to produce this thing in less than like 6 hours.
What a quick turnaround.
You're telling me.
I'm looking at women's hoops. Do you bet against Caitlin Clark? That's the question.
Yeah, man, she's human.
Nah, I mean I like Purdue, but that's a reach. Just at Purdue, I haven't seen any like. Usually, I can call it with college hoops. I just haven't really seen it on either end.
It's been tough so far. While you're looking, I'm gonna take Colorado Avalanche money line in the NHL. They're playing the Vegas Knights. Sure, Knights defending champion, but this is in Colorado. Colorado has a little chip on the shoulder. Give me the Avalanche to win tomorrow night.
Ooh, actually, I'm gonna go Xavier over UConn tomorrow. Xavier's a very good program. UConn number 4. I feel like you can get good odds there. No, that's men.
You going women's?
It's men.
Men's? Okay.
Men. Yeah. Just Xavier's a very good program at Xavier. Number 4 UConn. It feels like that time someone will get upset this week. That's my pick.
It's at Xavier.
Yep.
It's at Century. Yep.
Yep. Bill Murray will
I
probably
like
be
it.
there.
Hey, so look,
Yeah.
Marquette upset. I'm sorry, Marquette was upset by Seton Hall. Like that was
Mhm.
this past week. So you think
Yeah.
that you still rolling with it?
Who
Big East
did
is back, man?
Who,
So you
who
right.
beat
Just
Seton
talking-
Hall?
You said Marquette.
Marquette
Who
beat.
beat-
I'm sorry, Seton Hall beat Marquette.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not UConn. UConn hasn't had they haven't had theirs yet. They're gonna.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I like it. I spent the summer over at Xavier doing the Total Basketball Tournament. Great facilities, great environment, and I was talking to the coaches, and they feel like they've got a squad this year that's a little dangerous, a little slept on. So Fitz, I like that pick a lot.
They've been
They always-
a good tourney team,
Yeah.
man.
They say
Yeah.
zip them up, put them in body bags. That's their motto over there. So I like it. Zip them up, baby.
At a
love it.
Jesuit church. Jesuit school is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. All right, random question. Anybody got one?
Oh, all right. I got one. What TV character, either fictional, like not all right, what TV character, but that's not on like a cooking show, would you eat a meal from? Either cartoon or real.
So I could take Remy from Ratatouille. That's not my answer, by the way. I don't want a rat cooking my food,
Yeah.
but I could. I
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
I wanted to.
As long as
they've got-
don't
they've
show
got
up
a-
on the Food Network or even The Bear, like even cooking dramas. I don't know if y'all rock with The Bear. But I love The Bear. But yeah, don't choose that.
All right. Now, do they have to cook it, or can they always be associated with that food?
No, they have to cook it. Like you come
Oh,
over to
shit.
their crib and they're making you food.
Because I was gonna say that Jawbreaker from Ed and Eddie, but now they obviously don't cook that. So yeah, okay. I got you.
I don't think they wash for real.
Yeah, I don't want that. Yep.
So I even thought of SpongeBob and like just have a Krabby Patty, but I'll be honest, SpongeBob's kind of annoying. I don't know that I really want to hang out with SpongeBob.
Somebody you over at their house, so you gotta sit, eat, and talk.
Like it's a combination of the food and like the hanging out part.
Yeah.
It's like for me, that's what I'm trying to.
It
put
doesn't
together.
have to be a cartoon character. It can be like from any regular show that you can think of.
Okay.
Man, all mine are cartoon. I'll go mine. I'm gonna go Kim Possible, the Nacho, the burrito nacho taco. I'll hang out with Kim Possible and the hairless mole rat and Ron. We'll chop it up.
yeah.
We'll go to secret missions. I'll eat that. That thing looks so good.
Yeah. The only thing I remember, I used to, even when I was younger, I thought about like eating a nacho and like the chip is like straight up. And it,
Oh,
like,
it is. Yeah.
I keep thinking about that, but it
Yeah,
still looks
yeah.
good. Let's see. I said no cooking shows, cards. Schnitzel from Chowder. Even
yeah.
Even if I don't understand him, I know he's about to hit me with some stuff I ain't never had before. I'm an adventurous eater, so like, whatever. But I know he would make me laugh too. So I'm going with Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. I like that.
Man, I'm trying to think just like what meal looks ballin' from a TV show or a movie or a cartoon.
Mm.
Man, can I just say like Paul Bunyan and pancakes? Like I just feel like
Where's that from?
just from like American folklore. Like just like Paul Bunyan he'd always have a fat stack of fluffy pancakes.
That's
It's
right.
like,
Yeah.
you
That's
know.
that's that Appalachian folklore. I remember.
Just give
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
yeah. Just
Him and
give
Johnny
me-
Appleseed, baby.
Mm.
Give me a fat, fluffy stack of pancakes
I like that.
with Paul Bunyan.
God,
I feel like he's probably got some good stories,
Yeah. I can vibe with that. Good question, Keith. I like that. I feel like I don't like my answer. Like I feel like I'm gonna go home and think. I'm already home, but I feel like I'm gonna be sitting there at 2 a.m. and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna text the boys real quick. I'm gonna change my answer.
What about snow cones with the Yeti from Monsters Inc?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like snow
The
cones.
Abominable Snowman.
You don't like snow cones?
I'm fine with it, but it has to be
Yeah.
summer. And if I gotta eat it in the cold, I'm not gonna want it.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't want to eat it in the snow. Good episode, man. It felt good to be back with the boys. It's just, man, it felt good. But I'm glad we got our time with the family. I'm glad we got time just to relax and chill, regroup. But we're back, baby. Pub Sports Talk.
Oh,
Coming at you
another
weekly.
final answer. What about bugs with Timon and Pumbaa? Those were the
Hell no.
best looking
I'm
bugs.
down.
Those were the best looking bugs I'd ever
Those
seen.
some juicy looking bugs. I ain't going.
Yo, y'all are wild. All right, we'll catch you guys next week. Golly, y'all are wild.
All right. See everybody.
Oh my God.
Bugs. Gee.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now.
They went to town on those.
We
bugs.
would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it.
Slurp them.
Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has
Not
to be.
Pub More. I mean,
I missed Tim.
Has to
I
be.
missed Tim.
That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say He's to not Lawan? coming
I'm
back.
gonna
He's back.
text. I'm gonna text Tim what his
Look, bro,
Pokemon
there are
reference is.
stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. His name-
graphic.